Hi all, so this is a quick tutorial on how to download Lost Ark, the Japanese version. It's pretty simple, but there are a few requirements. The first one to make life easier is to just download the Google Translate plugin for Google Chrome. And once you download that, you'll have this plugin available in the top right here, where you can just click and translate this page. Just makes the application process a bit easier. And once you've done that, you need to ensure that you're connected to a VPN that has access to Japanese servers. I know exit lag doesn't work these days, so I'm using one called Mudfish, which seems to get the job done. And once you've connected to that VPN, once you're at this website, you just have to click this button here in the top right to create an account. And then this will take you to this page where you click on the orange button here to start the account creation process. And this page is why it's good to have that Google Translate plugin available. So all I do is I click on this plugin, I click translate this page, and it should all pop into English, which makes life so much easier. So I'll just quickly go through the account creation process. So you just put in your email here, make sure it's available. It is available. Put in your password here. I don't know, for some reason for Japanese passwords, they don't like using symbols, so just use alphanumeric characters, so letters or numbers, and then put some caps in there to be safe. For birthday, I'm just going to put a fake one. Let's go 1990, January 2nd, which is the 1st, and then your gender. And for the email notifications, what I want to do is I want to turn off PMAN because I don't care about that, but I would like notifications about Lost Ark. Then for the terms and conditions, scroll to the bottom, click I agree, and then submit. And then on this page, just check that your information is correct, that the email address is correct, and if it all looks good, click send. Cool. And then it tells you on this page as well that they will send you a link that you have to click to activate your account. So you can see here it's telling you to click this link here. So if I go to my email, I'll see that I got a new email. And then this is the one here where I can, confirm my account and create it. And once we've done that, I think that's it. I'll just quickly translate it to make sure I haven't missed anything. Yep, my membership is cool. It's all done. Cool. So now that all that is done, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the Lost Ark Japan page. And again, on the top right, we can see two buttons here. One is, create an account, and the other one's login. So you click on the login button and you can provide your account details here that you just made before. So your username and your password. Ooh. Okay, you can't copy and paste your password, so give me one moment. And then you click login. And then you have to fill in the captcha. Hopefully I get this correct. Cool. Now, what does this say? Let's translate this page again. No, it doesn't matter. No. Cool. So I don't really care about setting this for now, but you can set like a one-time, like an authentication service and getting emails about all of that. But that doesn't really matter too much. So again, we've logged in. So let's go back to Lost Ark landing page. And you'll be able to see at the top, I don't like this website, hang on. We'll go back to Lost Ark. That is animation. So going back to the page, you'll see that the top right bar has changed. This is because you're currently logged in. If you want to log out, it's this button right here. But anyway, so once we've got the account created, we will click on Game Start, which will take us to another website. So I've already got it installed, so it'll take you to this website here, and what we can do is we'll do Google Translate again. And the first button here is to download the installer for Lost Ark. Cool, so once the plugin or the installer has finished downloading it, the installation process is pretty straightforward with every program. You can choose your directory where you want to save it to. I'll just choose the default one because it's fine. And then we use the left button here, which says, install. So we click on that and it will download the installer. Cool. And we are done. Cool. So now we've got that installer done. We'll click on this red button here to open up the game and start patching it. And it will ask you to open the pmain launcher, and we'll open that. And just make sure you're connected to the VPN throughout this entire process. And when you open up the launcher, it will start downloading the entire game. So I've already got it downloaded, so it's already ready. But it will give you a progress bar at the bottom to see its progress. It'll probably take around, I don't know, an hour or so to download all the files because it is a bit slow. And when it's finished downloading, you'll see that there's no progress bar here, and it says game start. So the button here will change and you'll be able to click on it. But before we do that, there's another thing that we should download, which is the English patch for the Japanese client. And we can get this from this Lost Ark database website. And we just find the English patch for the Japanese client. We download it. And once you've downloaded it, all we want to do is unzip it to anywhere that's, I guess, easily accessible. So for me, I will extract it to my desktop just so I can click it easily. Now that the Lost Ark patcher has been downloaded, what we want to do before we click on game start is we want to apply the English translation. So just a heads up, whenever you want to play the game, we'll click on, or number one, ensure that you're connected to the VPN. Click on the Lost Ark shortcut icon, which will take you to the pmain website. So it will take you to this website here, and then all you have to do is click game start, which will then open up the pmain launcher. And when this launcher has finished, patching, so I'll do it from the start again, actually. So we'll exit that. So I'll click on Lost Ark, and it will take me to the Japanese website. You can see that I'm logged in here. I click game start. It will ask me to open the pmain launcher. I open that. And when it's opened, we wait for it to patch completely before applying the English translation. And this process is also listed here on the Lost Ark database website on how to do it. So we'll wait for the game to be patched completely, and when it says game start, we can apply the Lost Ark translation. Cool. So we open up our Lost Ark translation directory. We find the application file. We run it as an administrator. Click yes. And then there's an update available, so I can download the update here. Cool, so the update has been applied, and what we want to do first is we want to verify that the game folder is correct. I just picked the default directory to install Lost Ark to, so this is fine. And what we want to do is we want to select, we're using the Japanese client, and then make sure, this button here is ticked, restore original on close, and then we'll click the English button, and it will download the patch, and it will apply the patch. So the reason why we want to check this box here is when we, before closing the game, so when we close the game, we then want to exit the Lost Ark translation software, which will then revert the translation back to the originals. And the reason why we do this is because sometimes when there's an update to Lost Ark, the translated files will cause some errors, so it's always good to convert them back to the original. But it's just good to follow the steps here. So I guess the flow is open Lost Ark, make sure it's ready to start, then apply the patch. And when you finish playing the game, exit out of the game. Once it's exited completely, then we click the red button here to close the translation software, and then we can exit from our VPN. Cool, so you can see that the patch has been successfully applied. So I'm just going to click minimize. I'm not going to exit, I'm going to click minimize. And then on Lost Ark itself, I'll click game start. And then we'll wait for it to start. For the first time booting up, it does take a while to start, but yeah, usually there's no dramas. Cool, so now that we've logged in, you can see that the English translation will be applied. We've got all of our classes here, etc. If you click on the subclass preview, you can see what they are, and it does a good job of translating everything. But there are some unique translations because it is, I guess, a fan sub. It's not official. So you can see here, once I've created the character, all of this is, in English as well. The game settings will be in English as well. I think the only thing that I've found issues with the translation is the shop and event specific stuff. But other than that, it's all pretty good. Cool, so you can see that I'm in game now. I can open up my character. All this is translated as well. Like I said before, the only thing that's not really translated well is the shop. Other than that, yeah. So once you've finished playing, all you want to do is exit the game, make sure it exits completely, and then once that's done, we open up the translation software again. We ensure that this box here is ticked because we want to restore the files back to its original, and then we click the red power button, which will then revert the changes that the translation software has done. And then you've successfully quit the game. So all you need to do now is exit from your VPN and you're good to go. So just to recap, the steps are: 1, connect to the VPN, 2, log into the game. Once it's finished applying the patch to the game, then you want to apply the English translation. Once that's done, then you open the game. Once you finish the game, you quit. Make sure it's quit completely, then you close the translation software. And yeah, that's how you do it. So it's pretty easy to set up. Again, for the VPNs, I know exit lag doesn't work for Japan, but Mudfish has been working well for me. So yeah, anyway guys, thanks for watching.